Okay, this Photoshop video, I'm going to teach you guys how to make a really cool blasting text effect. It just takes a couple seconds, and you can have it a nice little effect on your text. So the first thing we want to do is when you create your new image, make sure that you have it in RGB mode and not grayscale or anything else. So set it to RGB mode, create a new image, any size you want, and we're going to fill the background with black. And we're going to create a text layer with any kind of text, any font that you want. It doesn't make a difference. Okay, and we're going to duplicate that text layer and then hide the duplicated copy and go back to our original. And we're going to go first things first to filter, distort, polar coordinates. It's going to ask you to rasterize the type layer. You just click OK. And you have two options, rectangular to polar or polar to rectangular. So you're going to choose polar to rectangular. Click OK, and now you see how that spreads it across the top. Well, the next filter we need to use is the wind, and wind doesn't work top to bottom. It only works right to left or left to right. So we're going to have to switch this, rotate this around to suit our needs. So you're going to go up to image rotation, 90 degrees clockwise, and that does what we need it to do. We're going to go to filter, stylize, wind, leave it at its default settings, wind and from the right. Click OK. And we need to do that a couple more times, so you can just hit Command F 2 times, and we're going to need to rotate it back to its original position. So go to image rotation, 90 degrees counterclockwise, and we're going to go back to the filter that we used first. So filter, distort, polar coordinates, except this time we choose rectangular to polar, and that's going to put it back to its original place and give us this cool effect. If you unhide your original text layer here, we can add a couple little cooler effects to this. So unhide it, and I'm going to command click it to select it, and at this point I will contract it a little bit, select, modify, contract. I like to do it by about 2 pixels. And now we are going to create a new layer above all the other layers. We're going to hide our copy. We're going to fill it with black. And now we're going to deselect it. Select, deselect. This is where I add a little bit of a bevel. Play with these settings, do whatever you want. I like to make it really deep bevel, gives a nice hard edge. And you can increase the size a little bit. That's fine right there. Click OK, and just for one little final touch here, you can click on your original layer that we were working with here and add an adjustment layer to it, a hue saturation adjustment layer. This allows you to colorize these this burst. Okay, it's going to bring up your hue saturation lightness box. You just click colorize and play with the color to find something that you like that looks really cool. This case I kind of like the blue. And there you go. In a couple seconds you got an awesome text effect. Really simple to make, and that's all there is to it.